Okay, so I have fluorite with us. I have Indian paintbrush, flower essence, and I have Cosmos flower essence. And fluorite is good for like organizing your mental, and Cosmos flower essence is the same way. And Indian paintbrush is good for creativity. So I just took 2 drops under the tongue. Um, I got my essential oils going. And so I'm ready. I have my space ready. How is everybody? How are y'all doing? I'm so excited. I had again so much resistance to doing this book club, but like every time I actually sit down and do it, I be so happy and excited. Like all I can think about today was, oh, what are we gonna talk about? What are we gonna talk about? Um, so yeah, I am Tiana Lene. My stage name is Tianacat, and I talked about that in the intro call. So I have the link to that on my blog. But as we dive into week one, I would like for everybody to introduce themselves. And let me see. Hopefully, when this records, it's on gallery mode so everybody can be seen. But yeah, I would like for everybody to introduce yourself and name all of the mediums that you do and what your goals and expectations that you want for this book circle, for this creative recovery. And yeah, also what you want to recover too. So, um, we have 9 people. I wonder, is that including me? But I think it is including me. So it looks like everybody's name is in alphabetical order, so we'll just do that. So we'll start with Ariel. Are you able to come on?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Hello. Okay, let me remember the questions. So why we joined and what are modes of I'll just share whatever comes. But yeah, my name's Ariel. I currently live in Mexico, in a small beach town. And why I joined this, I started the artist way before a couple times. I definitely have never gone all the way through. I think maybe I did like a half maybe. But I really am excited about the accountability of just meeting with people and having something to be like, okay, I should do it by this time. Really good ADHD hack. And my creative things that I enjoy are writing and writing poetry. And I also have been doing a lot of studying with music in the last couple of years. And I really would love to try to write songs, but it's something I haven't done yet. But I feel like I've been keep training with music to then feel more like I can fuse like poetry with music and write songs. So I think those are my biggest modes of expression. And as far as I guess what I'm trying to recover or my intentions, I feel like for the past year, I think with moving to Mexico, because I moved here about exactly a year ago, I've been in a lot of root chakra stuff. Like it literally took me basically 10 months to even find this place that I like for long term. And I've been like long term apartment. And I've been in this town for the full year, but it took me a long time to find apartment that I really liked. And here's my cat who's he's like trying to cross over the camera. But so I think because of that, I haven't really felt a lot of like creative energy. I felt more like, okay, I need to figure this stuff. I've also changed some doing different work stuff. And so I felt kind of a little bit of, yeah, I guess just a lot of other stuff going on. But I'm really hoping to recover with just feeling like a more consistent creative practice because it is something that I think makes me feel the most connected with myself. So yeah, that's my share. Okay, bye. Nice to meet everyone.
Thank you, Ariel. Yeah, basically the root chakra energy keeping you in survival mode and like not allowing your creative energy to flow. I feel like Grishby mentioned something like that in the first video. Um, just feeling like all of your energy is dedicated to work, so sometimes you don't feel like you have energy left afterwards. And I feel like we're all feeling like that, honestly. So I'm glad that we can all do this. Thank you guys all for joining. And then also like joining for yourselves. Um, I'm gonna go to an alphabetical order. Katie Thompson is next.
Hi guys, I'm Katie. I own a creative agency here in Dallas called The Collective Studio, and I actually did the Artist's Way this past year and started incorporating physical art into my business. I'm a graphic designer by trade, so that's been most of my career for the last 7 years, but I needed to get off of a screen and start producing things for myself versus clients. So this painting actually behind me is like one of my first paintings from a series that I recently did about angel numbers. And those are real preserved butterflies. So I'm kind of weird having bugs all over my canvases, but I think it's cool. So I'm joining this group because I fell out of the daily practice of creating for myself. So I am here also for the accountability of starting to create for myself again, but I'm also really intrigued to see what round two of the Artist Way brings up for me because round one became a whole like content series on my Instagram. So if you guys are curious about my first round of struggles, they're public on the internet and it was a lot of fun. So I'm excited to meet with you guys and paint some more, do some more journaling, and figure out where it goes next.
I love that. And starting from Ariel, I know Ariel from New Earth Mystery School community. Um, yeah, and I'm so glad that you joined, Ariel. I put it in, so we have a community forum, and I was like, hey, do y'all want to start a book club? So I'm so glad that you guys came. And Katie, I met at the Valentine's Day Nostalgia and Noise event that they're having, and I think the heart that that had got my attention was it was either 444 or 555. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. This is so pretty. I love the angel numbers. Yeah, and then I have been following her on Instagram. And yeah, so I'm so happy that you're here,
Oh, thanks,
Katie.
guys. Yeah, I'm happy to meet all of you. It's really cool to be here. So thank you for opening up the space and creating a space for us because that's important with creativity for sure.
Thank you. Yes, I'm so excited. And then there's just with all of us here, it's like so many different art form. So I'm excited. And then Ariel, you said you write songs. You can write songs for me because I don't like writing songs. I do not like writing songs. Like I just want songs to be given to me and then tell me how to sing it. And then yeah. But thank you, Ariel. Thank you, Katie. Moving on to Kyra.
I'm trying to figure out how to work this thing. I need to get on my laptop. On my phone, I do not know how to work Zoom on my phone. That was too crazy. Okay, so hello everyone. I'm Kyra. I'm just lounging right now, so let me get up and alert. Um, can you tell me the questions one more time, Tiana?
Yes, so tell us um what your mediums are, why you're or like what you're recovering and
Mhm.
what you expect for this round of the Artist Way.
Okay, so I do have a few mediums. Um, Currently I'm doing um crocheting, and I'm working on accessories and some swim wear for summer. And I would like to really truly launch it this, like, within the next month or so, 2 month or two, really. And then I'm aspiring to um actually get back out there with DJing too, because the streets need me. And so I do really want to actually put myself, like, I think what it is like there are a few seeds planted with a few different mediums, and I'm expecting or looking forward to actualizing the things that have been like brewing. So whether that's like the DJing or crocheting, or more photography, or taking my chef skills to the next level, or my chef catering to the next level, because that's something else that I'm interested in. I would like to just like give birth to it, and allow the world to experience it. And I do think that with this round of the book club, we can we can all kind of find, like, it. I feel like we can all actualize something here. Like, it's not, I don't foresee or feel that we're just gonna all talk about things. Like, there's gonna be some action by the time this is wrapped up. um and so I'm really looking forward to that, and being inspired by what everyone else is also doing, all of everyone's forward movement, and just stories and shares and stuff like that. I'd say that that's pretty much it. I'm feeling a little uh like I'm here, but I feel a little bit nervous for some reason. But I'm glad we're all here. So yeah, that's what I have to say for now. Now let
Uh,
me get this thing off again.
I was gonna say we are excited for forward movement.
That's literally
Yes.
what I was thinking about.
Yes.
Literally that. Okay.
Oh
Let's
yes, it
giddy
is
up,
the year of the
Katie.
horse. That's
Giddy
right.
up.
Thank you for the reminder. Yes. Oh, and Kyra's my best friend. Hey, Kyra. Thank you. I love how you said the word actualized, and because that's such a defining word. And then um you are sitting on an abundance of so many resources, friend. Like, and I know you know that. I know you know that. And then the streets do need you DJ wise, because it's getting rough out here. Okay, Lucy is next.
Hello. My name's Lucy. I know Tianacat from NEMS, from New Earth Mystery School. Um, I didn't make it to this like first call around like that apparently happened, so I'm sorry about that. So I feel a little bit deer in headlights. But yeah, my name's Lucy. I currently live in California, but I'm from England. I'm from the UK. Last time I did Artist Way, I did it with two other people, and all of us moved to different countries like halfway through, like the book. I think we got like three quarters of the way through, and then one of them moved to Portugal, I moved to California, and it like really, it felt like it unblocked a lot, but I can see like in hindsight, I was burnt out in a creative job, and I was like using that artist way to try and like muster up like keep going energy, and then it ended up like clearing out all that I thought was what I was doing. So I'm curious now, like this time round, I feel like I have space in my life to, it's like the dust is settled. I'm settling in. And I feel like I have space in my life, not only to just like make some more room for creativity, but I think like connect with other people as well, like be in a group like of people who are talking about their creative process, because like I love being around other creative people, because like I always feel like creativity and like hearing people's insights and like what comes up for them and what reveals itself like kind of trickles in like my way. So I like being around people. um, my current like creative modalities, I've been getting into embroidery. And I've been like learning to try and make my own clothes. It's, one of those ideas where it's like, oh, it's like seems like a really good idea, but you actually have to like practice and learn how to actually like make something fit and like not look silly. um, yeah, so um yeah, what do I want to recover? I think I don't really know yet. I'm just kind of like here for the ride. It just feels ready, and I'm really glad that I was able to like attend, because this I just like got out of like a meeting, and then I was like, "Oh my God, I have 10 minutes. I can come." But I feel a bit underprepared, so sorry about that. But yeah, hi and nice to meet everyone.
No, it's all good. I listened to week one and the basic tools. Um Basically I did everything today. So yeah, I feel like also the reason why you're probably feeling like that is because that's the energy that I brought in trying to put this together. I was just like, this has to happen like one way or another. Like this has to be done. So it's just we're just here. And thank you for saying that. I feel like that is uh that's exactly the point of it all is like we just need to like start. We just need to start. Sorry, I'm turning to week one in my book. But yes, thank you, Lucy. I'm excited to see what you come up with because I know you do a lot of modalities as well. Okay, Mr. Grishby, I know he said in the chat that he said he would like to finally finish the book. Morning pages and artist dates alone have been life-changing. And yeah, Mr. Grishby also mentioned his modalities in the last video. Um, I remember he said modeling is one of the core modalities that he's recovering or strengthening, working on. Um, so yeah, welcome, Mr. Grishby. Next we have Muriel. And Mr. Grishby is also my best friend. Hey.
Hi,
Oh, he
sorry.
can talk now.
Yeah,
Oh
I
my
have all
goodness.
like, yeah, I was like, okay, what's going on here? But thank you for the pre-introduction. Hi, everybody. Lucy, thank you for introducing that word modality because I'm so accustomed to using medium, but I was like, now I want to go to the dictionary and look up what modality means specifically. But yeah, just piggybacking off of what Tiana said, which is just like she's so cool. Love Tianacat down. But yeah, my name's Grishby. What I'm recovering is one, a sense of self. I feel my most normal self. I feel most grounded when I'm being seen. For some reason, around when the world closed down, I personally closed down with it. So this past 6 years, I've been trying to just um, open back up that that's a whole different conversation. But yeah, my modalities or my medium, I am obsessed with architecture. That's something I want to recover to. Initially, when I started college, I studied architecture. But then I changed to fashion. And then another thing that I'm really, really interested in that I don't ever talk about, but I'm working on secretly, is handbag design. So that's another piece that I want to do at the closing. Well, not at the closing. When we cross the finish line, I would love to have just one tote bag design completed. So those are my two modalities, specifically modeling so I can get comfortable being seen again. Number one, just being in the mirror, seeing myself. And then number two, um, I like how art makes the inside of my body feel. And I feel like that's why God made me, because I'm just a 360 art and how I'm able to convey myself photographically. I feel like it's very enriching for the universe. So that's one. And then number two, I really want to do this physical piece to share with the world, which is going to be through creating a handbag. So those are my two things. And then just why I deal with resistance a lot is it's at that perfect mid mark between self confidence and insecurity. So I look forward to evaporating those feelings as we flow through these 12 weeks. And again, I'm very happy to be among my people. Don't know a few of you all, but I look forward to just really becoming one and yoking together as we cross the finish line at the end of the 12 weeks. So again, thank you so much to Tianacat for hosting, putting all of this together. And thank you for having me. And it's so nice to meet everyone. So, hello, I'm Christian.
Thank you, Mr. Grishby. Mr. Grishby says, so we met at when I was working at H&M and he said he would come in and see like this black hat witch lady working in the store and he said he had to figure out who I was and yeah, so that's how we became friends. We also used to be roommates. Um it's been like moments with Grishby are a whole ride, a whole theme park. So, but I'm so happy that you're here because Grishby really, he's why I'm really pursuing music. It's like sometimes you just need that one person to like hear your music and be like, "Oh, I can hear it." You know what I mean? Like even though it may not be like fully uh evolved or whatever, but like sometimes it just takes that one person. So Mr. Rishby is that for me. Um, so thank you. Ariel said that's also Leo energy. Oh, we gotta look into his chart. We gotta do your chart, Rishby, because you might have some Leo houses. Okay, Muriel.
Okay. Hello, I'm Muriel. This is my second around with the Artist Way. And so I'm super excited to be back and being able to open this book back up. I thought it was a really good idea to revisit it. So I am super grateful. I own a beauty company. I started as a model and then I transitioned into a salon owner. And so we are evolving the salon into a beauty brand. We're discovering like more products and stuff, products, services based on experiences. I love traveling, vacation. So I love creating from sensory, the way things make you feel, what you smell, what you see, all of those things. And so I also love interior design. That's something that I won't do for money yet because I love it so much. But right now, my focus is my beauty brand and getting my baby to where I think it can be, but also my creative recovery process. I feel like I want to find more balance in blending being a business owner and also being a creative. Sometimes the business It's also my passion, but it steals the joy from being fully creative. So I don't know, just trying to learn how to embrace being both at the same time and being able to live in both worlds. Um, Last year, decided that I announced that I was going to move to Mexico at some point. And so I did that. And so I spent time in Dallas and in Mexico. I can say that in Mexico, I do get to just put down the business hat and just explore. The native land has a lot of ingredients that I'm looking into for my products that I'm developing, so that feeds me creatively. But I think now what I want from the artist way is just to not just practice my voice and explaining the things that I want and fine tuning the things that I want, but just managing my, I guess, the I don't know if it's expectations, but just being more graceful to myself during this process, and also refining things. Like I can execute, but it's just like I don't have a lot of role models, so it's like, what does this brand look like for me, and how do I put the words to it? So I'm just learning these things. So that's where I am. Grateful to be here.
Thank you, Muriel.
You're welcome.
Moving to Mexico sounds so exciting. I want to go to Mexico in December when they are doing the celebration for Virgin Guadalupe. So if you are still out there in December, I would love to see that. I want to go visit the where the statue is. And then Ariel asked what part of Mexico?
I am in Merida.
Merida.
Hmm.
Ariel, are you still in Mexico or no?
Yeah, I live on the other coast. I live in a small beach town that's an hour-ish north of Puerto Vallarta.
So how far away are y'all
We're
from each
like on the
other?
other opposite coasts.
Yeah,
Dang.
Merida is on the east coast, but flying within Mexico is not that hard. So yeah,
It's probably is it like the distance between Texas and California like that?
I don't, maybe,
what's
I
the
don't
name
know.
of the town?
San Pancho? I don't know,
San
but it's
Pancho.
definitely not close. But
Yeah,
it's like it would definitely be a flight.
yeah, but once you get
Oh,
there, it's
gotcha.
not hard to get to other
Yeah,
places.
the flying within Mexico, usually you can find flights for around $100,
Yeah,
150.
I want to go to
very true.
Mexico.
You just got to do it. You got to come.
Oh my God. In NEMS yesterday, Jude was talking about moving to Japan. I'm like, oh my God, like that's crazy, bro. Oh my gosh. And then Muriel is amazing. She has an amazing hair salon. I haven't been there in a while, but they did my sew-in. I had the best sew-in that I ever had. Like, um, and that was my first time getting a sew-in too. Like the hair was so good. It was real hair. Like, oh my gosh, it was the best experience. So I think I'm gonna start doing sew-ins in the wintertime because it was just so low maintenance and it just looked good every day. So thank you, Muriel. And we have Nicole.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Sorry, I'm driving. I will be. I'm in LA, so it's like 4:30 here, just wrapping up work. Um, I am Nicole Blue Nile. I go by Blue. Y'all can call me Blue. Thank you for starting this group. I recognize a lot of y'all from NEMS, New Earth Mystery School, and what my modalities are. I am in the sacred arts and creative arts. I have been in music since I was about 16. I got signed, so I rap, sing, dance, act. Then I came to LA and I started acting. But right now, I'm also sacred arts and I work in recovery and treatment centers. So coming from clinical and to becoming into creative, I'm working on a new album. I'm still performing a lot, but there's like I'm creating a one-woman show, and with all of the sound healing, I'm a sound healer, a singer, and I just honestly, I'm a creative channel. I get out of the way and I let spirit move through me. And I've been writing since I was born and reading, so it's just like being that vessel. And I've done Artist Way. I started it back in New York and I moved to LA. It would be 17 years I've been here, born in Boston. But I started doing clusters with people here, and it changed everything. I finally completed it, and that was 10 years ago. And I've done about 4 of those. But now this round, I'm excited to prioritize myself and my life purpose, as far as like believing in myself again. I'm so grateful for all y'all shares, and coming through many reawakenings and life experiences. It's like to get that passion again, to put yourself out there and continue to put yourself out there. And I audition all the time, and it's, you get used to rejection is redirection, but it does take a toll on you, and especially now in the climate that the music, TV, film industry is in. So I just want to do it for me again. I think it got a little bit lost in the egoic career aspect of it, and for my inner child, really, the truth of like the 16-year-old me who was signed, but then had to go through so much trauma and all that fun stuff to have spiritual awakenings and learn that I'm not crazy. I'm just really spiritually gifted, and find my tribe here in the West Coast. So yeah, my goal is to make the music for my one woman show. It's like the steps. I can perform my show, but the music that I have right now is a very old persona of mine, and performing it doesn't feel good anymore. And so yeah, so I'm just trying to unclog the clogs and connect with like-minded people, and channel was trying to come through right now, because it's a must. It's also a form of artivism, activism. The world needs all of us. So that's where I'm at. Nice to meet y'all.
Oh my gosh, so good. Yes, and I feel like your share brings me to what I was about to move into next. Because we're also integrating the creative act into this book circle. But yeah, even what you said was just so activating. Because what I heard was like you're using updating the version of yourself through your art, and I feel like that I'm definitely like gonna take that into uh what I want to recover too. Yeah, I just love how you said that. So thank you, and I've seen you in the NEMS community, the community meetings and stuff that we have. But I don't think I had ever been in a breakout room with you. So I'm so happy that you joined us. Like, I'm so happy that it's a lot of NEMS community in here. So thank y'all. Um, I'm gonna read. Thank you everybody for sharing. Um, so with that, um, we can hold each other accountable for all of the modalities that we're doing. Um, oh, Ariel said, I love this group. I love this group too. Yes, Kyra said, I can relate to that as well. Updating oneself through art, like, is so important. Like, I love that. Um, I'm gonna first I was gonna play the audiobook version of it, but because I'm recording this and putting it on YouTube, I'm like, ugh, I don't want to do that. And then it's like copyright. So I'll just read from the Creative Act. On Spotify, it says it's about 3 minutes, which is actually not that long. Um, but yeah, this ties into what Nicole was saying. Um, Getting back into creating because it's for you rather than like trying to have it fit something. And then also I feel like it's related to what Muriel is saying too, like with her being a business owner, sometimes um the creativity feels like it has to step aside sometimes when um what she's really wanting to do is bring it together. Um, so I feel like this chapter, which is the first chapter in the Creative Act, is really good at kind of dispersing all that. The first chapter is called Everyone is a Creator. Those who do not engage in the traditional arts might be wary of calling themselves artists. They might perceive creativity as something extraordinary or beyond their capabilities, a calling for the special few who are born with these gifts. Fortunately, this is not the case. Creativity is not a rare ability, it is not difficult to access. Creativity is a fundamental aspect of human being. He says being human, but for some reason I read human being. It's our birthright and it's for all of us. Creativity doesn't exclusively relate to making art. We all engage in this act on a daily basis. To create is to bring something into existence that wasn't there before. It could be a conversation, the solution to a problem, a note to a friend, the rearrangement of furniture in a new room, a new route home to avoid a traffic jam. What you make doesn't have to be witnessed, recorded, sold, or encased in glass for it to be a work of art. Through the ordinary state of being, we're already creators in the most profound way, creating our experience of reality and composing the world we perceive. In each moment, we are immersed in a field of undifferentiated matter from which our senses gather bits of information. I love that. The outside universe we perceive doesn't exist as such. Through a series of electrical and chemical reactions, we generate a reality internally. We create forests and oceans, warmth and cold. We read words, hear voices, and form interpretations. Then, in an instant, we produce a response. All of this in a world of our own creation. Regardless of whether or not we're formally making art, we are all living as artists. We perceive, filter, and collect data, then curate an experience for ourselves and others based on this information set. Whether we do this consciously or unconsciously, by the mere fact of being alive, we are active participants in the ongoing process of creation. To live as an artist is a way of being in the world, a way of perceiving. The practice of paying attention. Oh, let me read that over. To live as an artist is a way of being in the world, a way of perceiving, a practice of paying attention, refining our sensitivity to tune in to the more subtle notes, looking for what draws us in and what pushes us away, noticing what feeling tones arise and where they lead. A tune choice by a tune choice, your entire life is a form of self expression. You exist as a creative being in a creative universe, a singular work of art. So, y'all, that last part felt exactly what that last part felt exactly like what NIMS is for. When he said he said refining our sensitivity to tune into the more subtle notes, looking for what draws us in and what pushes us away, noticing what feeling tones arise and where they lead. So I feel like with a lot of us coming from NIMS, um, which is basically a school for uh, attunement and learning your psychic gifts. Um, I feel like that's why I really wanted to include this book, Rick Rubin, as a supplement to the Artist Way, because he's really talking about like some alchemy. Like he's literally saying like the way of being is creativity and is being an artist. Um, and so, yeah, like what Nicole was saying, it's it's always good to return back to creating work for who you are. Um, yeah, there's so much in that. I'm just like, oh my gosh. Um, but yeah, that is the first chapter of the Creative Act. And if you don't have the book, you can listen to it on Spotify Premium. And I'm pretty sure that it's on like on YouTube, available as an audiobook that somebody uploaded. But yeah, Rick Rubin is like a whole wizard. Um, uh, yeah,
Wow.
he's a whole wizard and he's a Pisces. What were you gonna say, Nicole?
Oh, my
Oh,
bad.
I thought,
I was just saying, wow, just into it.
yeah, yeah, he's a whole wizard. He's a Pisces, like, um, a lot of people in the music industry are like, what does Rick Rubin even do? Like, he just goes into the recording studio and just like sits there or whatever. But I really do think that he's the one that like holds the frequency that like or helps he helps just like what he said, he helps people to attune to that. Um, let's see. Lucy said creativity is a way of being. Yes. Ariel said I watched a YouTube interview with him and Kendrick Lamar. It was so inspiring. Yeah. Oh, and then Kyra says it's on archive.org. I watched oh, here, Lucy.
Oh yeah, sorry. I didn't want to like interrupt. I don't really know how the space works. Yeah.
No, you're good.
Um
I just got caught up in reading the chat.
no, you're fine. I was like, oh, like so I ended up buying like the Creative Act a while ago because the front cover is like the
Yeah.
sun, like in
Yes.
astrology it's like the sun. And I
Mhm.
remember like getting this kind of like feeling in this sense of just like how you know, the sun, like, if you break down the symbol, like, this is supposed to be like you at the center of your own spirit. And that's kind of like what creativity is about, is like you kind of getting at your center. And I love that he's a
Yes.
Pisces. Like, so, because
Mhm.
I'm a Pisces and I love like Piscean creativity is kind of like, it's like otherworldly almost. It's kind of like helps you like transcend like the different planes. But I've always had this phrase of like, it's like as your art becomes more like deeply personal for you, it actually becomes more collective. Like the deeper you go inside with your art, the more it actually like hits everybody. And I just felt really, yeah. I like Grishby, are you a Pisces? Because if you're not Leo, I wondered if you're a Pisces. All right, yeah, that was my shadow. Thank you.
Oh my gosh, my Venus is in Pisces, so like the how you describe the Piscean creativity, um, you use the word otherworldly. Is exactly that. It's exactly that. I love the marine quality to Pisces as well. But yeah, Rick Rubin is a Pisces and I'm already knowing, like you said, like the sun symbol on the book is just like a dead giveaway. Like what this book is really about. Um yes. Okay, so Pisces and Neptune creativity can be so ethereal and otherworldly and healing. Yes. I guess we can go over morning pages and artist dates. I'm sure everybody is clear on what those are about. Um, uh, Anybody can like unmute and name like a an artist date that they're excited to go to, and maybe that can give me some ideas on what I can do because I've been going to the mall and I'm like, at this point, it's not an artist date no more. Or you can type it in the
I was
chat.
thinking about having a picnic on Earth Day and taking some watercolors, like do watercolor painting and have a sandwich and some chips and all that kind of stuff. Just spend the day outside with the earth and kind of do that and like maybe you know what? It just came in. I could also, because I've been wanting to do a vision board, but I wanted to wait until after spring. So at this point, it's like vision board, collage. Just I need to see it on paper. Like I need to see all of the different things, just have that along with this. I feel like it would only be right to just that be my artist day for the week. So it just
Oh,
processed. So I'm gonna do that. That's gonna be my artist
okay.
day.
Oh, I
Yes,
love
yes.
that. I love that. Okay.
Yes.
So like, cause Julia is so right. It really is that simple. Like I'm thinking of like, oh, I gotta find like an affordable horse derby or something
No.
like
I was even thinking of like, I like a bunch of different films. I'm like, even if I just carve out time where I'm like, I got like that one film we were talking about watching, it was like it was some movie, but it was like the Jesus story or something, inspired by the Jesus. It's like an old something, but even something as simple as that, like I'm going to just spend this time watching this movie. That's the
Oh, color
artist
of
day. Yes,
pomegranates.
Color of Pomegranates too. It's the
Yes.
Jesus one and then Color of Pomegranates. Like just
Okay.
taking the time to just watch that and let it do whatever it does for you. Like
Oh,
it
that
could
is
be
so
that simple.
cool.
I remember when I was doing it this the first time, I was talking to Grishby about that and he reminded me of like it could just be like that, It could just be you walking, going for a walk. It doesn't matter. It's like what you make it,
Mhm.
it's the intention, just like magic. So yeah, I think that's what I'd say.
I
And
love how she.
and it could be the expensive derby too. It's
Mhm.
whatever you want it to be. Yeah.
Mhm. I when I was listening to it today, I was like, oh, I like how she said your artist, like when you go on an artist date, is basically spending time with your artist child or your artist lover. And I was like, I think it's lover for me because I remember a reading that I got, I think last year for my birthday, and I asked the reader about love and relationships, and the artist came up. So I feel like that's who I'm supposed to be loving up on right now. So and that I feel like that theme is still rolling into this year as well. So yeah, when I look at artist dates like that, like I'm spending time with my lover, like that makes me want to be like so much more intimate with myself and also really commit to the artist dates this time because I know last time I started off strong and I didn't finish strong. So does anybody else have any ideas on what they're gonna do for artist dates? Because an artist
Yeah.
date is due this week.
Great shares. I think that's really cool. What I'm thinking about for my artist day is going to be consistent. But the I guess the movement or the actual action that is where the variety is going to come in. But what I'm thinking of for the stationary act is going to just be a bath. So my artist day on weekly will be a bath, but there's a lot of music I want to intake. There's a lot of like information I want to intake. So one artist day may be me listening to like the specific jazz album I want to hear. Another one, like there's a specific makeup video I want to watch. So that may be another read. And then perhaps I'll like use that bath time to like journal, do morning pages, things like that. So for me, I'm thinking I want my artist day to be more stationary and intimate so I actually can like just when a woman is pregnant, like everything is inside of her body. So I kind of want to take on that concept for my art state. So that's how I'm thinking about rolling with mine. That's what I have.
Mm, mm. Love that. As you were saying, like when a woman is pregnant and she's holding on to everything, I got the Empress reverse for this new moon cycle. And oh, Lucy said it made me think of the womb being in a bath. Um, I love all this Empress type of conversation that we're having because I got the Empress reversed. And personally, I just like in my mind I just swear it's upright, but it's definitely reversed. And so as you were talking, I was like, dang, I probably need to take during the artist way, I probably need to take a break from spending my money on fragrances because I feel like that is like a distraction and I could be using that money towards something else. Um, so I feel like you basically explained why the Empress was reversed in my reading. So, yeah, and then the Empress, for people who don't know tarot, the Empress is a woman dressed in gold sitting on a very expensive cushiony couch seat thing. It's actually not a couch. It's like it's only room for her on the seat. And she's in like a lush field of wheat symbolizing abundance, and she appears to be pregnant, but she represents like fertility, prosperity. And so I feel like um all of us here, like we're all tapping into like a version of that. um yeah, and it feels like this book circle, it feels like on the other side of that, like we'll all be birthing something, which is really cool. Um, yeah, like the Empress energy just feels so potent. Oh yeah, and Kyra says Empress is very Taurus coded. Yeah, it really is. Like, yeah, so thank you all for helping me put it all together. It just hit me just now when everybody was talking. Um, Does anybody else want to share what they're doing for um their artist dates? Anything coming up? Because I haven't thought of anything.
I yeah, like I was thinking about it because like I think a lot of the time like my self-care stuff kind of sounds like a lot of the artist dates that like who got said. I was like, oh, that's like what I do for self-care. And I I was thinking for my artist date though is like I just want to sit on like my living room floor and just like cut out like I want to make some pans. Like I've been really wanting to make some pans. I got some thrift shop curtains and bedding to like practice making some stuff with. And like I made this like little shirt with like a dandelion on it, and now I'm just like I just kind of actually want to sit and like make the actual space because like I'm a very like go with the flowy person. Like I feel like I live my life like quite creatively, but I don't always like sit and actually make space and like have the space, dedicate the space to actually um like sit and make. And it's not in like a taskmaster way. Like you know, it's like I can just sit and do something right now, but like just like the vision I have in my head, at least for the first date, is just like, you know, get the fabric out in front of me and actually like book out a bit of time. You know, put my phone away, like hide it under a pillow somewhere, and like have some snacks and I don't know, probably watch what am I watching on Netflix? Off in Black. Gets really trippy, you know, when they do like those shows and it just starts getting really weird, like 3 seasons in. Yeah, I'll probably just do that and just like start making this pair of pants. I think for me it's just about like taking out the actual time to like bank it and put myself actually in the room with the stuff out in front of me, because I think as soon as I do that, then everything else is kind of natural. But I've noticed that over the last like few months I've started working and I'm like, oh, like I'm noticing that like time away where it's like day-to-day life just kind of starts to take over, and then I'm like less and less inclined to like sit and make space, and I'll like put myself in front of my computer and I'll create there, and I can put myself in the garden and I'll create there, but I'm not putting myself like on my living room floor with my fabric. So yeah, that I think that's gonna be my artist date. I don't know if that's a boring date, but the pants can break up with me if they want to.
Thank you, Lucy. Yeah, I feel like that counts as an artist date. I feel like there as long as it has like an element of fun and curiosity, then I feel like it counts as an artist date. I think I'm gonna just keep it simple. I'm probably gonna watch a movie because I don't watch movies. So for me, that's like sitting down, taking the time to watch a movie. Um, I'm gonna try to think of something that I really want. Oh, I think I want to watch like No Country for Old Men because I've been into Marfa, Texas lately. Um, there's this perfume that I like called Marfa by Memo, and it just like got me all reminded about how much I love the desert. Oh my gosh, like desert scenes, like when we do our garden in etheric gardening, I'd be going to the desert. Like my garden is like half tropical, half desert. Oh my gosh, I love the desert. And it's really like the tones, and what I like about Marfa is how everything is like isolated. Um so yeah, and also maybe I can travel to Marfa because it's like 8 hours away. So and Ariel mentioned Big Bend in Texas. I have not been out to like the nature spots in Texas because they're so far. Oh my gosh. But I've only had a car for like 3 years. So maybe that's something that um I can consider, or I can get a rental car. Oh, I love the way Joshua Tree looks too. Yes, I love desert. But I really want to see the Texas desert. Um, thank you for sharing, Lucy. Does anybody else want to share what their artist date is going to be this week?
Hey, I went to a dance class yesterday for the first time in a long time, and I'm so that was definitely an artist date. My inner child was very happy, and also like, oh, I still got it.
Oh,
um, but I'm gonna go right at the beach, and I've been putting it off. So I'm so grateful for the accountability, and just go sit. And I think someone else shared just about being with the earth, which is tomorrow, right? Wednesday. That's yeah. Just go sit with the beach and the ocean and just start to write out, just be, just go sit right at the beach. But thank y'all. Thank you for the space. I'm excited to get to know y'all.
thank you. Yes, Earth Day is on Wednesday, y'all. Grishby says, I feel like I've met Nicole in a past life.
We probably
Oh,
have all of us in here.
yeah, I know, right? And I feel like Nicole, personally, you give off that energy. Like I feel like you have like a sage energy, and maybe we've met you like on the path. We've all met you on the path.
I agree. I
Yes,
even
divine
thought Lucy
reflections,
looked
everybody.
familiar. Sorry about that. But I'm like, oh yeah, I agree. Because I was thinking that. And then I thought Lucy looked really familiar too.
Oh, I love this.
Been around the block a few times, apparently.
And I didn't know you were a Pisces, Lucy. Oh my gosh. Do you I can share my chart by the way, for anybody who's into astrology. I am Capricorn Sun, Scorpio Moon, Virgo rising, Mercury in Capricorn, Venus in Pisces, and Mars in Cancer retrograde. Um Lucy says, I'm a Pisces Sun, Sag Moon, and Virgo rising. A Virgo rising. Katie is Capricorn Sun. Oh, Katie's a Capricorn like me. Libra Moon, Taurus rising in the house. Taurus energy going strong. Ariel is Taurus Sun, Leo rising, Aquarius Moon. Ooh, Aquarian. Kyra is Aquarius Sun, Scorpio Moon, Taurus rising. And Ariel says it makes sense because Taurus would be doing the art. Oh, it makes sense. Taurus would be doing the artist way. Why you say that, Ariel?
Because it's very earth energy, like, okay, how do we do it? We want to do this thing, then we have to like figure out how to do like the steps,
Mm.
the grounded steps to do it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But me too as a Capricorn.
It's the
Me
earth.
too. Yes. Capricorn and Virgo rising. Um, yeah, and I was thinking too, I was like, it's so embarrassing to be one of those people that has to do it this way in order like to put your gifts out and your works out. But I'm just like that, I feel like that's my Virgo rising being like the over critic or whatever. And Julia talks about that. Let me see if I can find it.
The
Um,
censor.
yeah, the
Mm.
censor. Thank you, Mr. G. Yeah, she talked. Oh, there it goes. She says the sensor is part of our leftover survival brain. It was the part in charge of deciding whether it was safe for us to leave the forest and go out into the meadow. Our sensor scans our creative meadow for any dangerous beasties. Any original thought can look pretty dangerous to the sensor. So, yeah, my sensor definitely did that. Leading up to today, just like, oh, it's so embarrassing that you have to do a group like this to like really lock in. Like, why can't you just lock in? And so like, but like, who cares? Because then I have the Pisces in me that's like, okay, who cares anyway? Um, but yeah, I think things like these do have to happen for people, just so we're not isolated and basically so we can connect. And I can feel my sensor right now trying to do its best not to say anything corny, but like,
Say the
uh,
thing. People want to hear the things.
basically. And also, with that being said, my prenatal yoga teacher, um when she graded my teaching style, she that's basically what she says. She's like, say the thing. Like, basically, don't try to, she was like, you just flow better when you just say what you need to say. Kyra said teamwork makes the dream work. And Lucy said, makes me think of what Miriam said about any projects you're starting now. They're group projects. Ah, yes, so true. And I think also it could be like Capricorn vulnerability and like Scorpio vulnerability, like, everybody's seeing me and like my process. And like it feels like when Mr. Krabs was shedding his shell and he was like soft on the inside. Like that's what it feels like. I feel like it's a Scorpio thing. I feel like the shell part is a Scorpio thing. Um, we can get into the creative affirmations for week one. Week one is recovering a sense of safety. I feel like that is a root chakra uh thing. And if I'm not mistaken, I feel like each week goes up the chakras. Like, um, week 2 is recovering a sense of identity. I feel like that's in the navel and solar plexus region. Oh no. Okay, so week 2 would be the sacral chakra, recovering a sense of identity, which I can kind of see that like it's probably like a lot of emotions held there. And then recovering a sense of power is week 3, so that's definitely solar plexus. And then recovering a sense of integrity is week 4. That is the heart chakra. And then let's see, recovering a sense of possibility is the throat. Recovering a sense of abundance is the third eye. And then recovering a sense of connection is the crown. So yeah, just from like that, it just seems like the weeks go up the chakras. Um, I remember feeling that the last time we did the circle. So yeah. So yeah, recovering a sense of safety is definitely root chakra because the root chakra is about safety, survival. And I feel like that's why she has us um protecting the child within. She talks about how um a lot of us aren't raised to be artists. I remember when my family found out that I can draw, they were like telling me that when people ask what you want to be when you grow up, tell them that you want to be an architect. And I'm like, architect? Like I would never see myself doing that. She goes over the core negative beliefs. Um, I feel like one of my core negative beliefs is I will go crazy. um, I will never have any real money. My lover will leave me. Um, let's see. I will have only one good piece of work in me. That is super relevant, especially in like social media age. Um, does anybody want to vulnerably share any core negative beliefs that they want to uh mm, not just say, but just put eyes on it to where like it goes away? Because I feel like that's how you make like the demons go away. You like um you name them. So let's see. Grishby says foundation. Um There, this is on page 31 if you have your book. It's on page 30 and 31. Um, but yeah, I know that's a vulnerable share. And so those are mine.
I can
Um,
share, Tiana.
okay, yeah, go ahead.
I love this space of how you hold it. I'm really excited about this. But I would say I am a little bit behind, so I didn't do it like as the practice, but just of what it's coming up already. Is I guess I've been going already deeply into core wounds around I think it's like worthiness that then like has turned into when I was a child being what other people wanted me to be, which for my parents was like a certain type of kid who then I was a lawyer at some point, you know. So I think it's still kind of hard for me, even though for the past while, I feel like the last at least like 8 years or something, I started like doing more creative things. And I noticed that when I do creative things that I feel like more connected to myself and happy, I still feel like it's hard for me to take myself seriously at all and just feel like, oh, it's like the artists or creative people are these people and that's not me, you know. But I think part of it obviously is that I wasn't really given space to explore that when I was young. And like make that idea. So I guess I identify a lot as what she talks about as like shadow artists, you know, like having a lot of creative and artistic friends or dating artistic and creative people, but feeling like, oh, but that's not me. Um, so I think I've been like I live in a community that's like has a lot of artists, and a lot of my friends here are musicians, and there's a lot of live music and all of that. And I've been more like, taking classes. I started with doing one-on-one singing classes with someone locally. But I think I even want to kind of take it to the next level of just like, what if I actually took this really seriously with my time? Like, doing it every day. And because I mean, to get better at anything, it takes a lot. Like for me, if I wanted to get to the next level of like even playing guitar, I'd have to really be practicing for a good amount every day and feel like this is actually a priority in my schedule. It's not just like after I do a million hours of healing every day. So that's the last thing I'll say too, is I'm like catching myself of also even like, where am I? What's even driving my energy to heal, And why am I spending so much time on it? And do I need to be spending as much time as I'm spending? Or can I like kind of loosen up the gas and just give some freedom for things that just make me feel good? And it's not for this like, oh, so that I become this person who I should be, Like, yeah, I don't know. There's a lot there, as you know, when you're doing shadow work, but um yeah, I think just the way that creativity also helps us like come into the current moment and just feel alive, and not be like, I'm trying to get to this other place, which sometimes healing, has that energy. And it's like now, and then the more strong you become, the more that you're doing like six things at a time, And so, yeah, I'll end there.
Oh my God, so real, so real. Um, that was so good. Thank you. I feel like I want to recall everything that you said, but I'm just like I'm very much I very much get it. Um, does anybody else want to share their any, what are they called? Core negative beliefs, thought forms. I love how
I'll share.
oh yes, I was gonna say also Muriel, yesterday our teacher in NEMS in the energy work, she said like when these thoughts come up, um you thank the thoughts and be like, thank you. She said something along the lines of like, thank you for allowing this to come up so I can like know that it's there and like name it and stuff like that. But yeah, go ahead, Muriel.
Okay, so for me, one of the negative thoughts that I'm still working through actively is just speaking, and that was something that I spoke about or talked about a little the first session. So I started taking classes with a speaking coach, but I stopped doing that because I realized that I do need to probably take a speaking class. However, I need to spend more time not judging myself and actually practicing, because you get better
Mm-hmm.
when you just do the thing. So it's not that you're not always good at something, you just don't
Mm-hmm.
have the practice. And so that's where I've been spending my time and showing love for my voice as it is, instead of just being just super judgmental and cringed out about the fact that I don't think I have a great speaking voice, even though that's the truth that I think I have for myself, or the awareness that I have. But I don't have to be the rudest thing to myself, if that makes sense. And
Mm-hmm.
so once I started embracing that, I feel like I have been im- improving. And
Yeah.
even if it doesn't take me to a stage or a platform where I have to speak, I can still just lean into just loving what I do have. And so that's where I am with my speaking voice. But I do have that thing with my voice.
Oh my gosh, yes, that's so real. I feel like I can relate too. I don't feel like I really started speaking until I became a mom because I had to start asking for what I need. Like
Mhm.
literally like, hey, can you pass me that bottle across the room? that like that type of speaking. And then also becoming a yoga teacher really unlocked my throat chakra, because I did not want to talk, and I would have to talk for an hour straight. Like even though like this book club is an hour and 30 minutes, I'm not talking the entire time like everybody else is talking, but like yoga, I have to talk for an hour straight, and that was new for me. Um, so I can totally relate, and a lot of my issue with not wanting to speak, I don't know. I would actually have to look into why I didn't want to speak, but I can totally I can relate to that. And even like talking to y'all now and then having to like go back and watch the recording, I'm like, oh my gosh, but um it is what it is. It's like if you never speak, then like nobody will like ever hear you. Um, so there's artist dates, morning pages. Um, I really want to do my morning pages this round. I didn't do my morning pages this morning, so I'll do my morning pages when we get off this call. Um, does anybody have any tips for morning pages? Oh, oops. You can unmute.
Okay, sorry, I didn't want to interrupt you.
No, you're good.
But I was just gonna add to that because I did the Artist Way once before and I filmed a whole content series on it, and it was really weird like going back and watching the progression of like how comfortable I was speaking, and even like how many takes it took me to like record a like episode, I guess. And I don't know if you guys have seen any outtakes on TikTok or anywhere else on the internet of Dochi's process, like doing the Artist Way, but that is such a good representation of like finding your voice and like fully trusting that even if you don't feel like you're eloquently saying something in the best way, like the right audience will hear it and they need to hear it in the way that you're speaking it. Like that goes into like what I believe about being a light for everyone else. You know, you don't always understand like what your journey looks like or where it's leading, but like you could be that one person that says something perfectly for someone else. So I think that you speak beautifully, and that's all.
Oh, that is so real. Oh my gosh. Because it's like if you would have never like spoke up to begin with, like how are people even gonna like be able to find you? That's so real. And I know it's like it's the Scorpio moon in me, and I'm like listening to all these things, and I'm just like, oh, these demons need to be slayed. Like these demons need to be slayed. Like I want to get my holy water, just have a whole like have a whole exorcist. Yes, because like, oh my God, it's just like these like this shit that just be having a hold on you. It's like for what? For what? Oh my gosh. So yes, that's how I'm seeing it. So I also invite y'all to take that in. Ariel says shadow work, and then also shadow artist. Like if I didn't get anything from the artist way, shadow artist, oh my God. Like I've been doing that too long. Um, Lucy, you can unmute.
Hey, yeah, that shadow artist part, I really related with that. I've just been looking at like the last time I did the book, apparently I like check marked like there's like the list of affirmations, like the negative ones of like I can't be successful, prolific because like XYZ. I'm like looking at like what I ticked like back then and like reflecting on it because I had this thing where like I was like, I feel like a very, very creative person, and I was scared that everyone will hate me if I like really stepped into it. And I realized that like I was like holding so many different relationships that it felt like they couldn't actually handle what it may trigger in them if I were to step into it. And it's so interesting because, like, I'm kind of out of a lot of those relationships, but like some of them very like identified with like depression and not having any purpose in life. And it felt like, oh, if I was to be like creative, like they would like sometimes I would even let it breathe in the room a little bit, and they would like make comments to kind of like bop it down like it's something to do with them. And it's so interesting just kind of like reflecting on how much progress I can already see that's been made. And like also though, like, you know, it's like new levels, new devils, like how that still kind of shows up a little bit of you know, I think I have a little bit of a fear that if I was to really kind of take my creativity seriously, that my life will somehow fall apart. That like the structures that I have in place, and it's so funny because I put two ticks next to I think there's one where it's like, you know, if I be creative, I'll find out like that I'm gay. And now I'm like totally fine with being a bit gay. Like I'm married and I have a husband, but like, you know, it's being gay isn't so threatening anymore. But at the time I was like, oh, like I have to like be in this thing. And now it's like, yeah, I'm fine. I'm totally fine being a bit gay. Like it's just really funny how like how much the energy is already kind of like just like loosened up and it's not so stiff around certain things. I'm really excited. Am I excited? I don't know why I'm excited to like reflect more on, you know, if I've got any more like negative beliefs in there. I think I just like my shadow work. But yeah, it's so funny just to see the exact imprinting of like what I was relating to out of all of this and like where I am now. So yeah, that's all I just wanted to say. Thank you.
Thank you, Lucy. Um, I am going to um, close us out with the creative affirmations and go into the tasks and then um, the check-in, and then that will get us ready for week 2. Oh my gosh, like this energy feels really, really crazy. Definitely gonna need some morning pages right after this to like ground back down. Um, Yesterday in the NEMS community meeting, when we were doing the energy work with Miriam, Callie said in the chat, she was like, because we did like cord cutting yesterday, and we did just like removing like your parents' energy, past lovers' energy. And so Callie in the chat was like, already preparing of like she said something about her backlash people, like she's preparing for her backlash people to like tap in. And I'm like, oh, that is so true, because I don't think she's even gotten to the crazy maker yet, but like what you said, Lucy, about the people who would hate you for being in your creativity, um yeah, that just brings up all the backlash people. And it's crazy that that is really a thing. And yeah, it's crazy how that can really like hold you back from like really stepping into your God-given purpose. But yeah, I wanted to add that word to our bucket, your backlash people, because I do feel like that comes up a lot in creative recovery. For me, it's the who does she think she is voice. And I've talked to Kyra about it, about where I feel like that voice comes from. But yeah, that's usually the response that I get from people when I'm like fully on purpose. But it honestly, it helps to think about people who are fully on purpose and how people are always throwing energy at them, like celebrities and stuff like that. Um, And so I always try to imagine like what if like my favorite artists actually let their backlash people get to them. And that makes me be like, okay, you can't let these people get to you. Um, I'm going fast because it's almost time to go to bed, y'all, and wrap up. But we can get into the creative affirmations real quick. Um, Creative affirmation number one, I am a channel for God's creativity and my work comes to good. Hallelujah. Yes. My dreams come from God and God has the power to accomplish them. Yes, yes. As I create and listen, I will be led. Ooh, they need to put this in church. They need to put this in church for real. I feel like we need to say this when we go to church.
Yeah, I feel like you remember, I think it was I forgot what course you were doing, but it was like saying the affirmations together. Um I forgot what it was. Maybe it was your own thing you had, but we would say the stuff
Yeah.
together. You remember that?
I
Yeah.
think so. I think was
Yeah.
it my comedic classes?
Yes. And we
Okay.
would say them together.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
that was
Okay.
sweet.
I need to get back into that. I need to get back into that. And yes, yes. And then it's like certain mantras that you say that just hit. Creativity is the creator's will for me. That is creative affirmation number 4. Number 5, my creativity heals myself and others. That's so beautiful. I am allowed to nurture my artist. I am allowed. I am allowed. Through the use of a few simple tools, my creativity will flourish. Just a few simple tools. Through the use of my creativity, I serve God. Yes, hallelujah. My creativity always leads me to truth and love. My creativity leads me to forgiveness and self forgiveness. Ooh, there is a divine plan of goodness for me. Oh my gosh, Ashe. There is a divine plan of goodness for my work. Yes. As I listen to the Creator within, I am led. Ashe. As I listen to my creativity, I am led to my Creator. Yes. Yes. Oh, these are so good. I am willing to create. Yes, because sometimes you got to will yourself. I am willing to learn to let myself create. I am willing to let God create through me. Hallelujah. And that's also what Rick Rubin's book is about too. And I think we can read the second chapter of that next, so we can go into that. I am willing to be of service through my creativity. Hallelujah. I am willing to experience my creative energy. Ooh, I feel like that's what Nicole was tapping into. I am willing to experience my creative energy. I am willing to use my creative talents. Beautiful. Okay, so after that, she goes into the tasks. She says, every morning, set your clock 1/2 hour early. Get up and write 3 pages of longhand stream of consciousness morning writing. Do not reread these pages or allow anyone else to read them. Ideally, stick these pages in a large vanilla envelope and hide somewhere. Welcome to your morning pages. They will change you. This week, please be sure to work with your affirmations of choice or blurts at the end of each day's morning pages. Convert all blurts into positive affirmations. Um, Take yourself on an artist date. There's a few other time travel exercises in between. Take your artist on a walk. And the check-in says you will do your check-ins every week. If you are running your creative week Sunday to Sunday, do your check-ins each Saturday. Remember that this recovery is yours. What you think is important, and it will become increasingly interesting to you as you progress. You may want to do check-ins in your morning pages notebook. It's best to answer by hand allow about 20 minutes to respond. The purpose of check-ins is to give you a journal of your creative journey. It is my hope that you will later share the tools with others, and in doing so, you find your own notes invaluable. She said, "Yes, I was mad in week 4. I loved week 5." So yeah, that's important too. So yeah, once we get to that point to where we're sharing our morning pages, we'll do that. But yeah, that is it for week 1. So I guess since we do our classes on Monday, like hmm, how should we do it? If we do our classes on Monday, I guess do we read week 2 on Sunday? Like how should we do it? Like what makes the
Say
most
that
sense?
again. You said what? You said
If
if
our
you,
if our classes are on Monday or like our book club is on Monday,
yeah,
do we read um
the new week, on Sunday.
yeah,
I feel like that would make sense to flow if it works for
yeah,
everyone. It seems like because you would come fresh on the material and be able to work it, you know?
Yeah.
gotcha.
As long as you have it done, I think before we meet, I don't see like what they're, I mean, maybe like having it done that Sunday will give you extra time to like ask any questions or journal out any thoughts before we like meet and discuss. But
Yeah,
definitely feel like the first time I did this process, give yourself grace of like not trying to be so like definitely having structure is good, but if you like start on a Sunday and the next week you don't read it until Monday morning, like don't beat yourself up for it. Like there's,
right,
you know,
right.
Mhm. Yeah, that's something I'm working on as a Capricorn. Like, ugh, I sprayed some
hard.
yes, I sprayed some go with the flow spray. And the funny part is I've been spraying that spray on me to smell good whole time. It's been working because I've been given situations to go with the flow with. And I was like, "Oh, wait, I forgot. Like this really has medicine in it to like help." So, and then also I have hawthorn in my field. I bought some hawthorn flower essence for this type of thing, not getting so flustered when things don't go as I will. That's what the Fez description said, and I had to stop taking Hawthorne because it just kept bringing more situations for me to practice that in, and it was just too much. Um, but yeah, I wanted to share that with y'all because like I'm really working, like it just keeps coming up, like being able to be flexible, giving yourself grace, um, that sort of thing. My Virgo rising, perfectionism. I feel like my top three placements are perfectionists. So thank you for that, Katie.
I just have a
So
question. So
yeah,
basically the idea is that we like know the material and then we talk about it. And then this week we're still focusing on week 1 stuff. And
yeah,
then next week we'll focus on week 2 stuff.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
got it.
yeah. And I think what we'll do on Monday, we will check in on how week 1 went. And then like we'll go into week 2. So we can when we come back next Monday, we can be like, what did you guys do for your artist day? How'd it go? How are you feeling? How many morning pages did you read? I mean, how many morning pages did you consistently do? Um, yeah, so thank you so much for the reminder to have grace because life is gonna life and that's just what it is. So yeah, we'll just check in on every we'll do the read the material on Sunday and then check in on Monday. Or you can like read ahead. That's what I did in etheric gardening. Like once a new chapter was available, I would just go ahead. That way I can be caught up um, ahead of my busy life. So, okay, yeah, I feel set and I am so happy about this group and I'm about to get into my morning pages, y'all. Does anybody want to share anything before we close?
Okay.
And Lucy,
I'll just say sorry, excuse me. Go for it.
No, you can
I'm
go
going on
ahead.
mute. I already went on mute.
Okay. Excuse me. So, so we're with the task. Is everyone gonna do all the tasks, or are you all gonna just like select ones that stand out for y'all and go with those?
oh, that's a good question. It's so dark in here, but that's a good question because them tasks, like these tasks in particular for week one, I'm like, Julia, what?
But
Like,
it's doable, but it's definitely it requires a lot of you to do it, but it's doable. It's just like, ooh, you gotta carve that time out to get into it. But
and
I
yeah,
do think it's necessary because they help. Like the tasks are so necessary. Like
yeah,
they're really the thing. Like you can get what you need from the artist day in morning pages, but she asked some questions that uncover some things that really set you in motion in terms of recovering. So I think like it's like not it's a non-negotiable that you need to at least do some task. Like you have to. And I say go with the task that feels the most challenging. Like that's the juiciest one to do. I think she might have said that, and I agree. So, yeah, I just wanted to
Do
know.
all the tests.
Yes, yes,
All.
Great Street. I'm
Um,
pro
and
all
this,
task. I'm pro all task, honestly.
and I'll just right. The thing I was going to share, I'll read it out. I'm excited about that part. So here's for me personally, while all is important, let me figure out how to get to the chat and then I'm gonna get out of y'all's way. Aside from all the feels, Tiana Cat, standing ovation for showing up. Um, so I think that's most important. So yeah, just great job there. And me, I'm a sweets person. Like, oh my God, like I love, 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 love sweets. So the importance, I want to give that preface. When you're making a cake, it's like your cake flat because you didn't use flour because you chose not to do test three. Your cake is dry because you didn't put an egg in it because you chose not to do test four. Oh, I'm vegan. Okay, use a vegan egg. Again, another excuse for not doing test five. So get the fluffiest version of your cake that you possibly can. And I would just say, perhaps you don't have to eat the whole cake, you know what I'm saying? But if it's 10 tasks, like maybe it's just like one sentence on task one, like maybe it's asking me to do a three layer, but like I can only give a sweet potato pie for this question. Like this is all I have to give for this, but that's just my thing. So you really get the optimal result from it because I think the book was structured and engineered for you to do the full range of motion. It's kind of like taking baby steps, like when walking, when you really could just be getting your stride on. Like, so that's just my 2 cents.
Yeah, and Katie said that it can be emotionally draining or like take a lot. I agree, but I think that's where the healing
That's
begins.
the
You know,
point.
that's
That's
the
the point.
juiciness. Like you need to take it there, like because that's where you can really. It's like pulling up weeds. You know, like you really pull up all those emotional weeds, and it feels like whatever. But eventually, it starts to feel like this book is alive and it's like right beside you everywhere you go and everything that is supportive to your next step and the next step and the next step. So I'm like, I'm pro doing it all. I personally do feel a little like kind of like this because this is like the third time doing it. So I'm like, I gotta answer this same question. Like I'm gonna answer it the same way, but just like Grishby said, like even if it's just a here, this is my answer. I'm gonna give you one sentence, still just showing up at the capacity of where you're at, but
Yeah.
doing it full range, just at capacity. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's so
I was
beautiful,
okay.
y'all. What were you gonna say, Gershby?
Yeah, I don't know if everyone on here I don't know if everyone on here has done the book, but I remember I was getting trained at this gig like a couple years ago And I was so mad at my trainer because they was half stepping. Like I'm the type of person like I don't care if it's a 900-page training manual. Like I want to go through every single sentence on the training manual. So I just feel like even if everyone has done it on here, or if it's your first time, I'm just like I don't think we should like skimp on any of that because I think at max is 10 tasks and this is a little bit abrasive to say, but it's really low key, kind of like, okay, suck it up. It's literally like a question asking you to do a thing, and you're kind of making a big deal of it. So that's just my 2 cents of it. So I just really want everybody to like put your big girl pants on, put your biker reliefs on, and just be out here, captain, if you want to, whatever your thing is. But I just would love to see everybody just really lean in. And also, especially for the people, this isn't your first rodeo, you really should understand, like, okay, well, this is the type of saddle that I need for my bull. These are the type, you should just kind of know what works best for you to like really move through. And then I just want to coat that with a really big cushion and hug. Like, you're capable, you're able to do everything. And I feel like that's why some of us have just been putting aside our gifts and our creativity is because we're accustomed to taking the easy way out or being lackadaisical about things. But again, I feel like this book and this material is engineered and structured and set up. The blueprint is to strengthen you and challenge you. And I bought a shirt that said discomfort of expansion. So I think it's very healthy to feel tenseness as you grow and move
Your
through. And
audio's breaking up so bad.
it wraps up. Thank y'all for having me.
Oh no. Okay. The audio was so bad.
I
We
know.
heard
I was like,
everything.
start over at the shirt. That's
That's
where it
probably
started to cut
that's
up.
that that's
But
probably because how they be saying on YouTube when you start saying some like real shit, they start censoring
right.
the
But
broadcast.
yeah, but to the part too, I was thinking it's like also I feel like another part of the purpose of this group is to be able to also bring that heaviness to it. Like I think that's why we're here together too, because it's like we're not alone. Like if you feel heavy about it, I feel heavy about it. Like we all
Mm.
have our heavy feeling and we're here together to also support each other in that recovery. It's like, hi Kyra, I'm an alcoholic or something, like a AA meeting or something. And everybody's like, hi, Kyra, so it's like this is what is this? Creative Recovery Anonymous. Like, we're here to support each other like that. So I feel like, yeah, if it is tough week 2, because you realize that, your ex bestie was a hater and your lover is a crazy maker and all that kind of stuff, that's what we're here for, to talk about that kind of stuff. So I think like that's another good thing about doing it with somebody, because you don't have to carry all of it alone, so yeah.
Okay, yes, I love both of those stances, and I feel like that's really speaking to me in particular because I do have a tendency to half-ass things, but just like how I said on the last video, like half-assing hasn't gotten me where I want to be. So let me just go all the way in and then see where that takes me. Um, so yeah, thank y'all for adding that energy into the circle too because I definitely needed to receive that because I find myself to be too lenient with myself. And yeah, so I take that in. But I was saying I'm like the time travel. Oh my God, it's so annoying to me. I'm just like, oh, this is so annoying. Write a letter to the editor in your defense. Mail it to yourself. It's great to, it's great fun to write this letter in the voice of your wounded artist child. Like, and then she wants us to like draw a picture of like the person that I'm just like, it's probably the Capricorn in me, but I'm just like, ugh, nobody has time for this.
No, it's so you. It's so Capricorn. You like you can't be bothered with that kind of stuff.
I,
But I'm
I
just like
love
you
to
got it.
see.
I feel like that's like you tapping into that lover energy though. Like your lover, the creative lover, and you needs to y'all need to talk about this. Y'all need to talk about this.
Oh,
Y'all
oh
cannot
my.
keep avoiding this conversation. Like y'all
Yeah.
gotta talk about it. So yeah.
Ugh, yeah, I'm just like, oh, this is so pointless. Like, what's the point? And it's always like that for me. I'm always like, what's the point? And then I do it, and I'm like, oh my God, I needed that. Um, and I was gonna say a lot of it too is like the energy work that we do in NEMS. Like, I'll be like, oh my God, this energy work is not working. Like, I'm just sitting here, and then like it just depending on how fast my angels know how shit is gonna come in, like it's either 3 business days like Amazon or a week. I think a week is grace. Um, like how Abraham Hicks talks about the vortex and how you don't want your thoughts to become things like instantly. So that like having your thoughts, like being able to sit with your thoughts and then waiting for your manifestation to come, it gives you time to really attune and perfect what it is that you're calling in. So um she calls it thank God that there is a time delay. That's a mantra that has been ruminating with me for a while. But yeah, I am inspired to really go all in. Like there's the contract page and stuff like that. I'm wondering how we can all share our contract page, but even if we're not able to, like we can just make sure that we do that. And yeah, I totally receive just really going all in with the book. And yeah, I enjoyed uh this call, you guys. I'm excited to meet again. And when we, oh yeah, there's a prompt for the creative act. So while you experience week 1, visit a beginner's mind in the creative act, because Julia talks about becoming a beginner again in week 1. And so Rick Rubin's philosophy can supplement that. And then when we come back on Monday, we can talk about it. Okay, y'all. This was so much fun. I'm about to get into my morning pages. I already took a shower and stuff like that. My son is with his dad, so I get to um, just really zone out. Okay, y'all. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Tiana. You did lovely,
Thank
dear.
you.
Oh, thank you. Okay, I'll see y'all again on next Monday. Bye, y'all.
Bonsoir. And it's great to meet you all too.
Bye.